All right, what's up, guys? Stellar Lumens. Let's talk about XLM real quick. I had some free time. I don't usually do videos this late, but I wanted to show you. I just love Stellar's price action. Look at this, man. I mean, look at this ascending triangle. This is beautiful. This is a thing of beauty. I don't know. These sorts of things excite me because I see money. I see lots of money. And I want to just share with you some of my thoughts on this and when I'll be taking a preliminary in this to ride it up. Now's not the time. It's not ripe yet for plucking, if you know what I mean. So, but it's getting there. We just need to give it a little bit more time. Some exciting stuff going on in the news with Stellar. Let's see, on crypto panic, Stellar flips Ethereum and government debt tokenization. So basically, in a nutshell, you don't get to read all this. Stellar's stupendous growth in the real world asset market this year puts XLM over Ethereum in a dominant run over debt tokenization. Basically, government bonds, treasury bonds, tokenized, running on the Stellar Lumen network. Also on Ethereum, but Stellar's catching up. And in some countries, like Mexico, for example, the short-term federal treasury certificates of Mexico, the Brazilian Tesoro bonds, and the European government paper, South Korean treasury bonds, have all found their home on Stellar Lumens, on XLM, on that blockchain. And so yeah, there's a lot of exciting things. Stellar's low fees, fast finality, and payments first design, making an easy fit for these issuers when you're dealing with cross-border. See, that's what I love about Stellar Lumens as opposed to XRP. The cross-border remittance payments, much more practical. Now, I'm not saying that there's not a place for those of you who are XRPers, you know, you Ripple heads out there. I get it, and I think there's a place for Ripple too. I think there's a place for XRP, but there's also a place for XLM. And I think it's kind of like, Coke and Pepsi, Toyota and Honda, that sort of thing. Yeah, why not have both? I've always loved Stellar because of the cross-border payments, the remittance payments. I just see that as like, the everyday Joes, people who have migrated or working, people from Mexico. I live in Texas, and we get a lot of Mexicans that come over here and work, like migrant work, that sort of thing, and then they'll be able to send their payments home, back to Mexico or back to India or back to Brazil or back to Colombia, or using Stellar. So even smaller sovereign experiments have landed on Stellar, including Marshall Islands, digital sovereign bond. So like these are government bonds, government financial instruments. The pattern is consistent. Issuers looking beyond U.S. Treasuries keep choosing the same chain. So it's on the Stellar blockchain. Ethereum still owns the broader real world asset conversion in the big U.S. Treasury funds, but this narrower, increasingly interesting slice of non U.S. government debt, Stellar is the one posting the bigger number. So I want you guys to remember that, all right? Okay. Yeah, it's got real world function, and more with this world, this transience of this world. In one aspect, it's becoming globalized, and on the other hand, you've got translocation of people all over the place. And it's just going to step up more and more and more these subsequent generations. And I think Stellar is here to stay. And Stellar is going to be a major, major player, not only with the average Joe, the everyday person sending money back to Abuelita in Mexico, or, their babushka in Ukraine or somewhere. people who don't want to mess with banks, they're going to be using Stellar. And also, you have the whole sector of the government side, as we just seen, Mexico, South Korea, the Marshall Islands, Brazil, tokenizing their own fiat, treasury bonds, municipal bonds, and such, using that chain, using the Stellar chain. So yeah, keep all that in mind. So when am I buying this? So you see this clear descending triangle, right? Now we have the Nupal here. This is on a 3-day, and we have the cycle bottoms here on a logarithmic. That's why it looks like this, the STH Nupal. This is 29 through this is 2019 to 2020. This is the bottom here. Notice that on the bottom, the very bottom, where we see this yellow seeping in here, this is the 90 EMA, which at some point on every macro bottom low begins to emerge with the Nupal above it. And for a while, it kind of goes linear. And then towards the end of the cycle, when altcoin season fires back up, we see the separation. We see the EMA flare out, and then we get a double confirmation. We get a double yellow at some point. And that is when I would actually buy. I wouldn't buy at the emergence of the first yellow, because we still have usually some lateral consolidation to go, and some more accumulation by smart money, by the composite operator and informed interests. And it usually happens down around like a major trend support, like here. And all of this, see how it kind of hugged trend support here, and how it's hugging it now, this massive ascending triangle that goes all the way back to December of 17. That's when this buying climax came in. Yeah, and so at the bottoms here, so you have the Nupal bottoming out here. And so you have the emergence. The first emergence of the yellow EMA happened around May of 19. But notice that the price action was still on a down. It was still in this downtrend here, this macro downtrend. Well, had you bought here, you would have gotten cooked, because it would have kept going down, right? It would have kept retracing. So you don't buy it here. But what is something to clue us in that this is actually an accumulation zone down here? Well, we see that the lows are getting higher, the higher lows. You see it in divergence to the downward price action. So the Nupal is in divergence. We have higher lows and higher highs here. And so this is in total divergence to the price action coming down. And so this was just setting the stage. And so you just wait until you get that double confirmation. Remember, you don't buy on one yellow, you buy on the double yellow. And then you would have gotten in right around here, right around July of 20, and you could have ridden this thing all the way up to the supply vortex about 700%. All right? What about this one here, the second one? So again, same thing. We have price action descending, macro, and the emergence of the 90 EMA happened around here in the center in October of 22. So you wouldn't want to buy here. You need that double yellow confirmation, right? And so you wait. We see the flare out. You see that the Nupal's rising, but we're still trending laterally, right? Now, what's cluing us in is we're getting the higher lows again and the higher highs in the Nupal, like this. You see it? And then when we get the double confirmation, we finally got it, right? We got it right here. Boom. This is the second confirmation. This is the first. This is the EMA, just like right here. We got the confirmation here, and that was when we got in, and we did 700%. If you got in here, yeah, at this point, yeah, you would have. Let's see. You would have gone. See, now this didn't go all the way up, but all the way up to the supply vortex. But you would have gotten in right here, right, for this liftoff, and you still would have made 121%, right? Right here. And then for the third one, we have the bottom here is the same as this. I'm sorry, I'm thinking kind of I got other stuff on my mind. But we still have the higher lows, and we get the double yellow confirmation here. Now we didn't even get an EMA to start. We blasted right into the to the double confirmation, and we took this up another 400%. So this brings us to where we sit now. This is Stellar Lumens, guys. This is a heavy hitter. This is the real deal. This isn't going anywhere. Governments are issuing, tokenizing their treasury bonds on this blockchain, right? And so look what's happening here. See how this is coming to a confluence, this ascending triangle. So even just to ride it up in the confluence, say like we get a double confirmation sometime in like at the end of this year or early next year in 27, that's still like a 50%, a 60% pump just from there. And then we'll retest this. If we could flip this resistance, then we can actually go, no pun intended, interstellar up from here. So, but in the meantime, we could certainly make juicy returns just riding these inner triangle waves based off the confirmation signals that we get in the Nupal in synergy with the price action. So, and we wouldn't take it all the way up. I wouldn't take it all the way up here. I'd probably get out shortly south, just south of the 1618 Fibonacci extension. It's still going to net me, 40, 50%. That's nothing to, that's that's nothing to be ashamed of, right? So we'll keep our eyes open for this sort of thing. Look for the double yellow confirmation. Again, this is on the 3-day price action and the Nupal on the bottom, both on a logarithmic chart right here. So see the L. If you click that L on TradingView, it'll change it from normal or auto to logarithmic, and that's what you need to be on to get these sunrises down. I call them the sunrise down here in the Nupal, and that is a major buy signal when it jibes with potentially bullish price action patterns up on top. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Boy, I am tired. I'm freaking tired. I went to a water park today with my family here in Dallas, Fort Worth. Kids start school next week, and so this is the last week of the water park being open. So my wife's like, let's take the kids. And I'm like, oh man, I'm so tired. So we got out there, and we're out there for about 5 or 6 hours. It's like 100 degrees today. And I'm just like, I feel like my brain is just frying right now. And so, but I was like, I really wanted to do a video on Stellar Lumens. And so that's what I planned on doing earlier today, but then I got pulled away. Family comes first. Family always comes first. We don't know how much time we've got down here, and all this stuff can wait. This is all vanity, anyways, right? What matters is your relationship with God and what God has given you, your family, your husband, your wife, So we cherish each day. Every day is a gift. We wake up in the morning, and that's how I start my day. I thank my Father in heaven for this new day, whether it be good or bad, a good or bad day. I live my days in Christ, and we live in the moment. We realize that the moment is all that we have, and so tomorrow's not promised, and we can never bring back yesterday. We just learn from it, And so, anyway, that's in a nutshell. I'm rambling, right? All right. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to sign off now, and hopefully you got something out of this. If you get some time, do some research on Stellar Lumens. Plug in XLM up on top in Crypto Panic. Check out Crypto Panic and this is a news aggregator. It'll pull up everything pertaining to Stellar Lumens, like the most recent is at the top. So 14 hours ago, this is 23 hours ago, this is a day ago, 1 day ago. So all the recent headlines and stuff. So get all the juicy stuff and the vibe and let that shape your bias as you analyze price action and volume. And with that, I'm going to go. All right, guys, love you. We'll talk to you soon. None of what you've seen or heard is financial advice. But certainly spiritual advice, hollapablo@gmail.com if you need prayer. And with that, I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Adios. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.